back for the final episode in this series of driving through the Oregon coastal mountains. In this episode, we will travel from Wildhorse Campground to the Pacific Ocean at the California-Oregon border. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to watch it. It's Tuesday. It's got low clouds, coastal fog this morning, about 56 degrees, and we are heading through Powers, Oregon. Yesterday wound up being 160 miles. We decided to see if there's anything better than the campsites we had in the forest, and we got into a section of all private land along the Coquille River, and there was just no place to camp that wasn't right next to the road like this spot here. So we had a long day. And we are now in the Rogue Siskiyou National Forest. We are following a river. I'll have to check and see which one it is, but it's down the hill to the right in sort of a narrow gorge. There are a number of campsites along the river here. There's a Myrtle Grove. Some of them are very nice, right on the river, in the trees. When I was doing the scouting trip on this particular road, we were seeing intermittent snow here and there, and hit a major drift. So we got stuck and had to turn around and head back down. So this time, looks like it's open and we can get through. I think the thing that's a little bit hard to keep in my head is that these are all shelf roads. Whoa! I spoke too soon about being able to get through on this road. Oh dear. Well, looks like we're dead. Stopped. Let's get out and take a look around.
You gonna watch those?
Yeah, there's a massive rock fall here. So we'll take this route off the list. I don't want to come get you.
Yeah, I can get by it, but it's more effort than I want, I guess. We'll see.
All of this stuff came down from up here. Alright, so I'm going to look at the map here and see what...
There's one more trail back farther, not too far back, where you made the turn.
That doesn't go south.
Oh, it doesn't?
No,
it just kind of loops around?
Yeah, that other turn was back over here.
Yeah.
And that...
goes the other way?
Well, it comes around, but it goes to the top of the mountain.
It just makes a loop, is what you said?
It just comes around as one way, yeah. So we're gonna have to go back down and then come back in over here.
And come down. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so we're actually pretty close to the road, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's right here. Okay, I see. That's the way it is.
That sure is.
Hey, anytime you have to turn around, I'll never knock that.
So we're going to turn around and head back down to the main road and find another place to go in. What I was saying before we got stopped at the dead end because of the rock fall was that the thing you don't realize is that we're really driving on a shelf road. The trees sort of act as a false barrier, so you don't really realize how steep the valley is. A geologist or a rock hound might find that rock fall interesting because the whole side of the hill just fell away onto the road. Silly bird. There's a hawk right above us. Looks like a red tail. Well, it looks like we're back in the sunshine and out from underneath the coastal fog. Oh, there's a cascara or a madrone in there. in the area where they grow, they have a smooth outside surface in sort of a reddish color. A couple coming up on the right. And another big one right around as we go around this corner. We are right near the Rogue River, and following a raft up the hill. They must have just either pulled out or are heading for a place to put in. The Rogue is a very popular rafting river. Rogue River is on our left, and we're going to be following that for a little while. This is the Rogue River Bridge.
It is a good ways down here.
It is.
Always like that ride up the Rogue River.
We got a deer going across the road. Two deer. Come on, guys. Well, since we crossed the river, the Rogue is now on our right side. Quite a few campsites. Some are only accessible by water. Welcome to Agnes. And we are back in the forest. Another one-lane paved logging road. Pavement stopped, and the pavement starts. That's the way these things are. Boy, this seems like a long way up. I'll have to check the elevations and see what this climb is over the distance. The place we're going to is Wildhorse Campground. And a short hike up the hill gives you a beautiful view. And a short hike down the hill gives you a beautiful view too. These are some tall trees. This forest doesn't have the undergrowth like the northern forests do, so you can sort of see the forest and not get blocked by the trees. Welcome to Wildhorse Campground.
You want to go up the lookout?
Lookout has a gate on it.
You did?
Yeah. Wildhorse Lookout Tower. Wildhorse Lookout has a gorgeous view. Good morning. We are leaving Wildhorse Campground. This will be our last day in the woods. We'll get to Brookings sometime today. Last night was really warm. Breeze blowing through the campground, and it was quite nice. And we're looking for another good day today. When I did the scouting trip, we got snowed out on part of this route and had to work our way around. So we'll be going over new territory today. It's a bit smoky today. There's wildfires to the east of us around I-5. This is a nice wide road, but there sure is a lot of potholes on it that you can't see. You can only feel them. Okay, we are in new territory. This is where we got snowed out last time. That's right, go down the hill, go down the hill. Okay, you went up the hill, that's all right, that works too. In this area you can see how much there is a drop off on the one side and the uphill on the other side. And this is the way a lot of the roads are here in Oregon, at least in the coastal forests. But you don't see it because of all the trees on both the uphill and downhill sides. Really smoky out there. Not sure which burn this was or how long ago it was. Well, that's the road to the snow camp lookout. And we're going to hike up to the lookout. We're at Snow Camp Lookout, which is right up here. The wind is just howling out here. We just came down off of Snow Camp Lookout. The view was great, even though it was smoky out there, as you can see. Well, we worked our way around the mountain far enough so that the Snow Camp Lookout is in our view from the other side. Pretty view, even with the smoke. That was a trailhead right there with that little, by the gate in the, called Cedar Camp. How you doing?
Very well. 1976, that's all I'm looking for.
Good, yeah, we're going where you just came from.
Yeah.
It's a good road.
Okay.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. I believe that tree in front of me is a variety of hemlock. Well, that looks like the end of the downhill. The downhill run seemed like it was about 30-40 minutes. Right now we are following the Chetco River. The Chetco dumps out in Brookings, and we're going to take a right a left down a little bit farther and go back up into the hills. There's a lot of RVs down there on that beach. River access, Redwood Bar. Whoa. And we turned off that road onto dirt. And we're going back up in the hills. I got cell service.
Oh, you do?
I take advantage of cell service to check in with my family when it is available. Some impressive views up here. You can see the Checo River down below with all the campers on the bar. I think these are all hemlock trees in here. They are recovering from the Checo fire that raged through here, I think it was 2-3 years ago. Lots of new greenery. I imagine it'll take longer for the trees to come back. There's some new, it's either myrtlewood or cascara, I don't know which. But you can see how difficult it must have been to fight the fires in these really steep hillsides. Gotta hand it to the firefighters. They are definitely a great group of people. On the final leg of the trip. This section of the forest is growing right up to the road. Haven't seen the fir trees and pine trees this close. Looks like there's some rhododendron stuck in here in places. Let's stop and make sure which way we're going to go. Going to go straight. You can see the clouds over the ocean. Getting close. We are just about down. One more major switchback and a couple of wiggles. And we'll be at the end of the trip, except for the drive home. And we're back on Forest Road pavement. Winchuck Campground, Siskiyou National Forest, is closed. So I think the Winchuck River is over on our left. I think we've been following that down from where we picked up the pavement. Coming up to Brookings. Dead ahead of us is the ocean that you can't see because of the fog. And welcome to Highway 101. Winchuck River, yep, that's what we crossed. The last one in Oregon. Oregon Welcome Center. And we'll just come in here and park. And we made it to the ocean and the corner post that Charles is leaning on. We are just south of Brookings, Oregon, at the California-Oregon border. But we're at the corner post. We'll put my hat on. We'll put my hat on the corner post. How does that sound?
Oh, there you go.
All right. Yeah, there's Charles over there. We both made it. We're gonna go up the coast, see if we can find a campsite on the ocean. Well, I had a great time on that trip. And I'm glad it's done. A little sad that it's done, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed spending time with Rick and Charles and get a different view of the roads. There's a lot of roads you can take up there, and I just picked a few of them. So there's lots of alternative routes you can take. We did not find a place to camp on the beach, but we did find a nice riverside site. I hope you enjoyed our trip through the Oregon coastal mountains. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to watch it. The elk were feeding in the fields east of Reedsport. Seeing them was a nice treat on our way back to Portland.
They can't cross the river, can they?
No, but there's a path that leads down that way.
Oh, there is. Okay.
Yeah. You can use PayPal to make a contribution to help support the creation of more videos on this channel. The link is in the description below.
I know there's one great big one in there.
Yeah, he's off to the right. It's hard to see him because of the shadow. Yeah. His antlers and neck are sort of hidden by the shadow of the tree.
Oh yeah, here he is, right here. See him right here?
Yeah.
He's got his head down. There's one. Now, that ain't the one I was looking at, but there's one closest this way. He's chomping away. There's one bigger.
Oh, now he's up. Now he's up.
But there's one farther out that's bigger than that dude. I know the one you're looking at.